Hi, and welcome back to another edition of Watch It Wednesday in the Rubber Room. My name's Chris Colley. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm going to share with you this little technique where I dry emboss using my square lattice embossing folder just particular parts of my card. And this is a sample of what I will be showing you today. And what I've done is I have scored a line at 1/2 inch and 1.5 inches, and then I've used my square lattice embossing folder to dry emboss the top portion and the bottom portion of my cards, this being the top portion here and this the bottom portion here. And I've left this inside portion blank or smooth so that I could stamp on it. And when I was stamping, I did use Old Olive and Razzleberry inks and my Bold Blossom stamp set. The stamp set is available in the current summer mini catalog. And I also, as a little decorative piece on my card, I used a stamp from the Pretty Postage stamp set and also the punch that goes with it. And those items are also available in the current summer mini catalog. So to start off with, I'm going to be taking a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And my cardstock is cut to 3 3/4 by 5 for this particular card that I'm going to share with you today. And what I would normally do is score this piece of cardstock with my Fiskars paper cutter using my black scoring blade. But because you're not going to be able to see that score line so well, for demonstration purposes only, today I'm going to be scoring it with a black Stamp and Write marker. I do want to just reiterate that when you are doing this card at home, you do want to use your black scoring blade in your paper cutter to score these lines with. So I'm going to start off with taking my Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to score my 1/2 inch mark first. So I am going to line my white cardstock up with the, I'm going to see if I can get this without too much of a glare, with the 1/2 inch mark on the left side of my paper cutter. So I'm just going to put my paper in there and line it up at that 1/2 inch mark. And then I'm going to take my black Stamp and Write marker, let's see if I can do this while I'm holding it, and just go with the tip of my marker down where my scoring blade would normally be. So I'm just going to score that line or mark that line for you at 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to flip my paper around and go to my, let's see, there we go, my 1.5 inch mark here on my paper cutter. And I'm just going to stick it back in there and again make another line with my marker where you want to have your scoring blade when you're doing this at home. Okay, so now I have my piece of Whisper White cardstock, and again it is cut at 3 3/4 by 5, and you can see here's my 1/2 inch, what would be a score line for you, and my 1.5 inch score line. Now what I'm going to do is take my square lattice embossing folder, and I am going to put that folder in so that this little print line is going to line up with my score mark. So I'm going to put it in there. Let's see, there we go. And line it up with my black score line. So you can see that the little part of your embossing folder that does not have a print on it is right lined up directly with where your score line would be. And then I'm just going to put that through my Big Shot. And I'm using my base platform with one clear plastic piece, my embossing folder, and a clear plastic piece on top. And you want to be sure when you're putting your folder inside your sandwich that you don't move your piece of cardstock, because then you're not going to get that straight embossing line there up to your score mark. So I'm just going to run that through. I'll move my sandwich to the front here because I am going to be using it again. And you can see now where it has scored all the way, or embossed all the way up to where my score line is. So then I'm just going to flip my piece of paper over so I now have that 1/2 inch score lined area. And I'm going to put that in my embossing folder. And again, I'm going to do it only up to where my score line is. So again, you can see that my black line, which would be a clear score line for you, is going to be right to where that embossing pattern ends. And then once again, I'm just going to put it onto my Big Shot. Add my plastic piece for my sandwich. Oops. And I moved that, so I'll just line it back up there. And then I'm going to run it through my Big Shot again. And this is going to give you an embossed pattern at the top and bottom of your card, leaving that middle space smooth. And it's as easy as that. I'll give you a little sample of the card again. And thank you for stopping by today for Watch It Wednesday in the Rubber Room, and I hope you'll join me again here for some stamping tips. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.